What's poppin', alien sausages, and welcome to another episode. Yeah. Back in my studio, back in my home in Bantai, not the waterfall today. The last podcast where I was so shy to share it, it's called I Found Christ, was really well received. Wow. Thank you for that. And how to move on? That's the big question. And I've pondered this question a lot. And I came to a conclusion which I want to share with you now. So, here, I'm going to read you a comment. Someone commented, "It sounds like you're still integrating the walk-in, don't you? I wish you that one day you're not separate the walk-in from the part you call Ferdi anymore. That it's fully integrated in your oneness, in your beingness." And that's, thank you for this comment, by the way. And that's exactly what my podcasts are about. And with this podcast, I Found Christ. It's like a new podcast era. Whoa! And yesterday I was going on a beach walk at Malibu, contemplating how to move forward with my podcasts. And at this point, it's just like deeper and deeper remembering who I am really and why I came here really. And I want to share that, and I meant to share that, I know that. And Faye, she calls it Blay Podcast. She was like, Faye's still getting comfortable with like starting her podcast. She hasn't started yet. And the other day at the waterfall, she's like, I'm going to make a Blay podcast just to like play and see. And I upload it, or maybe not. And I really like that term that I wanna just come here and play and take all the pressure off, because a challenge of mine is my physical mind. Is like, because, sorry, doing a podcast alone and not having anything to talk about besides like what's burning on your soul, and really allowing full access in my brain, in my heart, and as I speak, remember deeper and deeper who I am really and why I came here really, is for me, really, it's really challenging. I don't see many people doing it. Yeah. I see many people still like operating in the old world in like all ways. Like most movies I watch, they're all about the old world. So much on YouTube is about like, speaking about the new, but in this teaching way. And it's always like, who are you teaching? Because we're talking to ourselves. And whoever resonates with it, that's great. But if I try to like teach someone, it's so weird, because I create this reality where I teach someone and then attract the vibration of people that want to be taught, and then I'm a leader surrounded by students, and the new earth is all a co-creation of, we're all leaders, we're all becoming Christ consciousness. Jesus was like, not follow me, but be like me. And Nicole, she also gave me amazing feedback yesterday. She said, Ferdi, I really started listening to you after you took ayahuasca, like 6 months ago, when I did daily podcasts for a month in English and then German. Because she was like, you shared so, like, and she was like, otherwise she wouldn't like care, And Nicole, she became like my best friend. We became so close. And these are the people I want to find. Like I already like ruined my my reach, and so many people unsubscribed and left because I got too alien, I got too crazy, and that's great. It was like a big purge. There were like so many stages of like also keeping the YouTube comments off for like a couple months. That's why now I could post my latest podcast. And so far only 1,000 people have listened to it, like 500 on YouTube and 500 on Spotify. But these are like, you're my fam, like you're on the same path that I walk, and I can really feel the vibration of the comments, your Instagram messages, and my friends messaging me, and I'm like, oh, I'm onto something. So let's take a deep breath, fully exhale, and inhale. And exactly, I tapped into my podcast after ayahuasca, and I was like, whoa, okay, I want to share like this again. And I mean, I do that since then. It's just, I'm like, this walking in me comes up more and more, and I just, in the past, so I did my podcast, it was still a lot of, I want to talk about something. And now my challenge, and you probably can relate, is really to get out of my head. Like, even, if you don't do a podcast, maybe you don't know how it is, but I prepare the space. Okay, I'm about to do a podcast. Okay, what do I talk about? And it's so challenging to like, hey, physical mind, thank you for like wanting to support me, but sip it. I'm just gonna come here, turn it on, be fully present, and speak whatever is alive in the present moment, like full presence. It's also in the podcast, if you don't do it, it's so easy to be like a little in the future or a little behind and not quite be present. To like already, while I speak, thinking what I speak next, or while I speak, thinking about what I just said. And I've been doing podcasts for over a decade. I started 2013 in my apartment in Berlin. Shout outs to Julian, he supported me. We were like watching the Joe Rogan Experience and Aubrey Marcus, and we're really into growing our own magic mushrooms. And we had this shared flat, like I let Philip and Julian, they moved in my place, and we're all turning vegan at that time and going to the gym together and all about healthy lifestyle choices. And then I was like really transforming myself, my life, my health, and I wanted to share that. Shout it from the rooftop. And then I started doing my podcast like 2013, before it was cool. Let me quickly blow my nose. And yeah, I've done probably like over 1,000 podcasts by now. So I'm like, this is something I'm actually really good at. Even though maybe it doesn't seem like it, because I'm constantly like sharing where I am at. I don't get comfortable and like, oh, now I'm like create this box where I can share so comfortably in and do it for years. And then it just becomes a job and a show, and so my comfort zone. No, I keep stretching. Like right now, like these podcasts, it's like, okay, I stay present and I just like let my mind go to rest. My physical mind. And have this like a active meditation. And see whatever wants to come through. And yeah, like I love the word Blay podcast, because I don't wanna be serious about it, or like really. Also the mind is like, oh, it needs to be a certain way because I'm like really valuing your time, and I do. But here, full disclaimer, only listen to these podcasts if you like it, because I give myself here full permission to wander wherever, to make no sense. Like yesterday when I walked to the beach, I was like, oh, but if I do it like this now, then I might have episodes that make no sense, that are so cryptic, because I don't go back to the bow I was talking about. I just get lost in translations and just go on a flow that leads me I don't know where, and it just is what it is. I'm like, yeah, precisely. Ferdi, you haven't done that. You always like bring it back to a point. You start simple. Like I really got so good in talking well, being better understood. Like my last girlfriend, Brittany, she really helped me with that. And it's great. Like I'm really thankful for the skill. And there are like a lot of minor things that you maybe don't even realize that I did in my last podcast for a long time now, but they're like really helping to be understood. For example, when I do a podcast or when I do an Insta story, I start speaking about something super simple, especially if you do an Insta story. Start speaking about something everyone can understand, because especially like on Instagram, people on all kinds of vibrations watch your stuff, and in order to get in a resonance, you need to like resonate. So just talk about like the weather, how you slept, the food, something everyone understands for a little bit, and then you have like resonance. There's like this, okay, I follow you. And then you can like open the door and whatever. But if you start right away, then people are like, oh, this guy is crazy. And you know, after ayahuasca, I did like a bunch of reels out of my podcasts and posted them on Instagram, and so many people so misunderstood them, and I was like, why? I make perfect sense to myself. And then like, Ferdi, really put yourself in other people's shoes. And if you're not on this vibration, but you're just on Instagram watching whatever, and then you see this, it's crazy talk. Because what I do here, we're like going on a ride. Like the UFO is taking off, and then sometimes I get really intense and talk about things, and often I upload the intense things because like, this is like, I'm pulling something in this reality that hasn't been here before, and for that I need this intensity. It's one of my superpowers. It's also challenging to wield because it's like a double-edged sword. A little too little intense, it's not coming through. A little too intense, it's like feeling harsh, and like I don't even like listening to myself if I'm too intense, because often there's like underlying vibrations of I'm frustrated, and so my intensity got way more chill, or way more like grounded and directed at what I want to be intense about, and not actual underlying vibrations of something else. Why am I so intense? Because I'm just frustrated. Okay, I need to blow my nose again. So there were like many things I just adapted, where I could feel I'm more understood if I just in my behavior. It's like 100% authentic. But I'm kind of now taking this away again in these podcasts, and really just want to like sit here and see whatever comes through. And not think about like how often, like this is like the physical mind. It's like, like give me a break. Like I woke up mostly through my mind. Hello, and there's Faye.
So happy you're doing it.
Yeah, are you proud of me?
Yes.
I feel a little weird. You want to say something? No? What is this? A coffee? Not a matcha? Since when do you drink coffee?
It's my first coffee in months.
It's apparently your first coffee in a month. We got Faye exposed. So you don't want to say hi? Why? What should I talk about? I know, I'm just sitting here. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I just try to make this a success.
I believe in you.
Okay, she believes in me. What was I just saying? That I really woke up through my mind, like really mind strong. That I was always like, my mind was so active. And now I'm doing major steps in having a more and more quiet mind. Like throughout my awakening, I never really was in meditation, into meditation. I was like, my meditation was like listening to Bashar. So it's like a form of meditation, but it's like active, because Bashar is like a permission slip for your higher self to speak to you directly, but actually creating silence and like dropping in to my body. Like also I woke up not really embodied. We Germans, don't let me get started, but like we're really disembodied and in our minds. So same for me. And then like it really kick-started when I came to Koh Phangan, and then my past relationship with Brittany, to like really come in my body. Like here on Koh Phangan, it's the place. It's like a tropical island. You're on your scooter. and the wind like touches your entire body. Like, how can you not be embodied? Like, in the Matrix, it's so easy to be disembodied. It's so weird. You like wake up and you sit on a breakfast chair, and then you sit in a car and you're in traffic, and you go in the elevator and you sit in an office, and it's like left, right. And here, like, I go out, I go on the scooter, and the wind touches me everywhere, and it's I'm barefoot all day long. Like, I only wear shoes here on the island when I go for a run, or when I have like a little injury on my foot, but that's literally it. Most days I don't wear shoes at all. Many days go by where I didn't even wear a shirt. I basically only wear a shirt for sun protection. And here on my podcast, double biceps to look a little more professional, you know? Because I don't want to look that crazy just yet. I mean, wasn't my last podcast shirtless at the waterfall? Oh, okay, I'm already that crazy. So this takes all the pressure away. But yeah, I don't know, I just like wearing a shirt when I do it here inside. Anyways, so if you're also on the challenge of like dropping in your body, something like traveling, going to a tropical island is amazing. And then finding an embodied woman and really allow yourself to see woman. And then especially now with Faye, I really dropped in my heart, like really. And yeah, now I always see it like in every moment. Am I coming from my heart, from my mind, or from my dick? These are like the three drivers that want to take the driver's seat. And you know how Bashar says it, higher self goes directly to your heart, and then heart to mind, there is often the miscommunication because of all the programming, of all the like limiting negative beliefs from society, that you like get an excitement, but then the fear comes up of like, I cannot do this. So that's why it's so nice to purify everything, that heart to mind is purified, so it's same basically. But yeah, it's so funny, like when how I see the world these days, it's like, and this is no front what I'm saying at all. If you like having boob jobs and like these fake lips and these eyelashes and everything, that's great. But what I see is like, this is really just for the dick vibration. Because when I see a woman and having these boob jobs and these lips and these eyelashes and everything to be like yeah, a sex doll, you know, my heart doesn't respond to that at all. My heart doesn't need that at all. It's rather there's something in between. I want to like connect to your heart, because we're all just one heart. And it's great that you have that, but for the heart it's like it isn't any turn on or anything. For the mind, also not. The mind is like the things I still have with my mind is like, oh, does this person is a good match? Like genetically, if we mate and make a child, our DNAs, are they vibrationally compatible? Or like still a little bit of like, what is the status of this person? Does this person have money? Yeah. And then the dick. It's like, oh, her lips, good for a blowjob. Oh yeah, I want to put it in. And I'm like, oh, this is really just for the dick vibration. And then these days, coming so from the heart and being so purified in my system and seeing the distinguish the difference of like, where am I coming from so clearly, is like, it's really just for the dick. But yeah, we're shifting, and in the old world, this gave many women a lot. Like, I get it why many women did boob jobs and stuff, because you got so many advantages in the old world where we're shifting out of, because many men are coming mostly from their dicks. And then the woman like gets the money and that, but it's like coming also like, yeah, all this stuff, you know? So we're shifting away from that, and it's just so fun to be so purified. Like, my system is so purified these days. A completely new reality experience that I never had before. Like, really, this was so fun. Yesterday, Faye went through my podcast, my daily podcast after ayahuasca, and she was like going through all the stages. like when she came in my life, I started to do my podcast all of a sudden inside my last cabin, you know? And it was like really dark because when she came in my life, all my remaining shadows got out and so big because she exposed them. And I was like, it was so tough with her at the beginning because all my remaining shadows came up and I purged them out. And now, having them out of my system, like such a clean, purified system, I look at others and I see so clearly the stuff, all the stuff they carry, like it's in the face, it's in the eyes, it's so clearly. I'm like, oh, I say it in like ayahuasca buckets. Oh, this person has like still like 15 ayahuasca buckets in his system. Whoa. And no front or anything. It's just like we, most of us, we ate a little too much on this toxic world. And payday, we have to purge it out if we wanna like ascend, shift in a higher dimension, the new earth, whatever you wanna call it. We have to purge it out. It's payday, and better do it now because we have to do it now. And the more we try to like push it away, the more uncomfortable it gets. So that's where the waterfall really helped me to go every day with Faye for hours and everything, like the deepest layers, what it is really, and she hosting me through and seeing it has no way, like all this Luciferian energy that I ate too much. And it was great for the time back then to like live in the old world and enjoy it. But now it cannot come with me. It's too low vibe. We're going in a really high vibe place. Everything that's vibrating at a low frequency needs to like leave the system. Talking about Lucifer energy, negative ego, fear-based beliefs, all this stuff. And I did my work really well. Yeah, I'm really proud of myself. And now I have like a clean system that I've never had before. Like this vehicle I'm driving now. Wow. But yeah, it also comes with, yeah, I don't enjoy many things anymore that I used to. Like, I'm just so sensitive, you know. When friends of mine now like connect in this way of like we're making fun about each other, like we're dissing each other, I'm just like, oh, like why do you like say this to each other? Why don't you be nice? Yeah. I'm just a sensitive being, as we all are once we purified our system. Because I posted this great meme. It goes something like, it's not about detoxing toxic people, it's about detoxifying what inside of you still responds or is still attracted to like toxic people, toxic behavior. And this was also a big shift in me of like trying to like detoxify people, but was like they do it whenever they want to do it. What inside of me is still attracted to this toxicity? Oh. Oh. No, wait, I kind of butchered it. Now I want to read it to you. Yeah. Okay, you ready? It is not your job to detox toxic people. It is your job to detox the part of you that resonates with their toxicity. Mic drop. Yeah. Okay, let me take a deep sip. I invite you to take a deep breath. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna catch you up to speed. Faye and we started to watch a show on Netflix. It's called The Last Kingdom. I watched it already 2019, the first couple season, but not so, like, I wasn't so aware as I was now when I was on my phone. But now, Higher Self really is like, watch The Last Kingdom. And it's the first show that Faye and I watched together. And it's so nice if you're having it's so nice. It's so nice having a partner. It's so nice being in love. It's so nice doing life together. It's like this feeling coming home and someone is there. And Faye right now is really into cooking, and she cooks, and we're like dropping in and watching The Last Kingdom. Like watching a show together with your sweetheart is... Yeah, I'm so happy I made the jump from like being a boy to a man and into something divine. And not another season of becoming a playboy, but like no, I did it all. And now the deep pleasure, the deep fulfillment is found in, expanding to tribe, to family. And this is a depth that I don't find in any play party or Quick Rush or Peter Pan adventures. There's also a lot of synchronicity about that. I don't want to have a kid right now, even though we get a lot of synchronicity about that. I don't feel excited right now. I'm definitely like on this journey of like a lot of change right now, and then ground more in my future Ferdi. And what I see so clearly are hybrid kids. And I get like a lot of challenges that I have so many dogs on the island, like street dogs that I feed and go on adventures with. And often there's like really trippy things happening where I feel like this is what I think, that a hybrid kid shifts in this dog and is teaching me a lesson, or am I ready to be a papa bear? Am I ready to show up? Like when we went to Dragon Soul with the Hogwarts team there was like my one waterfall dog, Anastasia, and she just ran with us, even though they were dogs and there was like a big fight. I needed to like jump in the fight, and then she just stayed, and I had to like carry her in the cave because the other dogs came and constantly mediated, and I did it. And it was exciting. Like I loved it. Or like I told you, I think, it was a German podcast, the kids aesthetic dance that Nicole burst. I feel so much excitement to like be part of it. I hosted the intro for it, and there was like over 100 kids, and it just like gave me so much joy. Like when moms or parents see their kids like being happy, and this amplifies, and just the purity in kids, like their life force is so vibrating. It's my inner kid was like, oh yeah, I can really be my inner kid, like really, not like this weird thing, oh we're all traumatized and wounded and trying to be our inner kids, but there's also a lot of darkness coming out. No, just really pure. So yeah. And also Nicole, she has like 2 kids, and her family is here right now, or her mom and her dad also live here. And I bump into her a lot, or I meet her a lot, and there's just like so many codes about this, what's to come, family, tribe. So I'm really excited. Like yesterday when I walked the beach, I was like, what I call in the most is tribe. And synchronistically, Nicole made me a shirt, and it says tribe. Because we're meant to live in tribe. Like for me, this is not normal that we all live like so separated. It's like so lonely. I so feel it's the time in the timeline right now where the soul tribes are finding. And we're coming together. And finally create a healthy tribe. I see so many try and fail. Like in Portugal, hey, we're creating this tribe, and then like, oh no, we have to work through our shit, and this works better if we're alone because we're just projecting onto each other, blah 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 blah. Oh shit, it's just all on fire. We need to like detoxify our suit so we stop projecting, and like But I feel like many of us are ready to like actually live in tribe. Because for me, I love Koh Phangan for that, because Nie ohne Seife waschen. And the west side, there is like the conscious community, and you live in tribe, but individually, that everyone has like their own bungalow, but you can go in so many tribal spaces, like the gym. Xantiva is a big community space, and the aesthetic dances, and the beaches, and the naked beach, and there are like so many things, kirtan, where you can constantly feel like you're in tribe, but you live alone, so you can always come like retreat. And I love that, and this is also how I find it healthy in this awakening that we all need to retreat into our own energy, resource ourselves, and yeah. And yeah, this came up yesterday that moving here to Bantai, I yesterday driving to the other side, and I was like, oof, I miss that. I miss swimming in the soup. Like, but I trust in the perfection that I really, during high season, needed to get out of the energy, and I love our house here, and the energy I have inside here with Faye, but I wouldn't live in Bantai, like it's not my paradise. I want to have like a conscious community around, and like really around where it's just like a couple minutes on the scooter. But yeah, that being said, I'm so grateful, and I see why this is all perfect. I just like, I can feel the texture of living in tribe, and this will be like my best moments in life is when I lived in tribe. When I like the flow state retreats and the meetups, and I'm just so happy. Then I don't care about this awakening and first contact so much and what's to come, because I'm so happy in the now. And yeah, I feel so in oneness, because yeah, you go upstairs, there is no separation. We are all one. So the more of us come together in like vibration, the more it feels like home. But yeah, I just find myself on a really funny vibration where I don't find so many in like vibration. So I spend a lot of time alone. But yeah, really connecting to like nature, animals, Faye. I'm so grateful for Faye. So grateful for Nicole, for Vicky, for my alien savages, for you guys. Yeah. Okay, what else? So yeah, we started watching The Last Kingdom, and it's great. I can recommend it if you want to watch something on Netflix, like a show, because The Last Kingdom is, I can talk about it forever now, but in a nutshell, it's, you know, medieval times, the pagans, the Vikings, the Saxons versus the Christians, classical. And this dynamic is just so nice to watch, because like the Vikings are so savage, but I love how embodied they are. They're like showing their real emotions. They're not hiding anything. They're just fully there, embodied, raw, but also savages. But like in many ways, I love being savage. Like how they fuck, taking magic mushrooms, connecting to the cosmos, living in tribe, just like humping. Whereas the Christians try to enforce order and like that we can evolve without constantly killing each other, which is amazing. But then there's so much weird secrecy, what is the word? Intriguance? No, yeah, like behind the scenes of conspiring, and like this is how all this shit got started, of like shadow government and all the like, or this is like, this is not how it got started, but this is it. This is like, these are these hierarchies of, we're pretending God, but it's like using God for man's power, all this toxic masculinity. Anyways, and then like really disembodied, blah, blah, blah. But it's just their dynamic is so, I love it to watch it. If there's something woke, and there's something really woke in the show, and it's the main character, it's Uhtred from Bebbanburg, and he's really woke. So for me, I always need a light in a show, a big light, in order to watch it, because like he holds the whole space, and the space is waking up. Amazing. And then just in the show, it's all nature. Like back then, medieval days, we all lived in nature, you know? It's so nice. It's so crowning to watch. Like, I love Marvel, but by now I'm having a hard time with Marvel movies by like watching too much Marvel, because it's all CGI. It's like, what am I watching here? Oh, all this AI, all this CGI. I mean, green screen, blue screen. It like hurts my eyes. I rather look at a tree. But like beautiful nature being filmed, and then they're all like, all the materials are like earthy materials, like no plastic, and it's just so nice to watch. And there's something so primal in me that gets alive. And I so like when we live in tribe in the new earth and alien technology, I want us really to like stay so connected to earth. Like the Lemurians, like merging Lemurians and Atlantis by perfect balance of like really being rooted to the ground and earthy and expanding to the stars in a balanced way that like, hey, let's stay earthy. That's why I don't know, maybe you saw it in my Insta stories, I started sleeping in a tent. We have like a big garden around our house and I sleep in the backyard. Actually was Faye's excitement, and she slept in the tent for a week, sleeping amazing, having also some sort of kundalini activation on one night, like so much energy, heat going through her body. And now the last 4 days I've been sleeping in the tent and it's amazing. Like it's next level grounding and at the same time lucid. Like that's why we ordered another tent, because we both want to sleep in the tent right now. So yeah, we're funny, aren't we? Yeah. So yeah, if you want to watch something on Netflix, like a good grounding show, and I just love these medieval times, like all these moments that get created that are so real when it's like life or death, and then spiritual power comes through, like Uhtred from Bebbanburg, how he speaks and like believing in himself, so he overpowers, he wins, it's all beliefs, and he's just believing in himself, like really, and watching that. Yeah, in this unfiltered way, because back then we just went for it. Like now it's all like, you need to sign here and this, and I like, and there was just like, yeah, I'm gonna kill you, and it's really, I like to watch it. Yeah, I haven't been feeling well the last week. It's now over a week, and I haven't been to the gym once, but I'm still as muscular as always. It's really this funny shift. Yeah, it's all our beliefs. It's all our beliefs. And yeah, it's like it's this and that. It's our beliefs, and there's this consensus agreement of this reality, our biology, gravity, that we believe in the human experience, and we collectively believe in it, and those beliefs we don't want to change. So this is just like, yes, if you want to build muscle, go to the gym. But we're shifting. And this is right now, this is so funny for me when it comes to like working out, taking supplements, all these things that in the past, like, yeah, this is what the science says. This is our biology. This is what I need. But now, like I'm not eating much anymore. I'm eating like 2,000 calories per day or so. And I used to, when I did bodybuilding, like 5,000 calories. And I still take like my basic supplements because I want to make sure. And also, yeah, we're shifting. So everything is changing because the new earth shifting in a higher dimension. It's all really lucid. That we might not need to go to the gym anymore to look muscular. We just go to the gym because it's fun. But like we create our physique based on our beliefs. How you like customize an avatar in a computer game. You sit down in meditation, and this is already like, this is called the placebo. But right now it's really this and that we really have to honor the human experience, because subconsciously we collectively agree to the human experience. So our biology works like this. If you don't sleep, you feel shit. But this is changing. Like I need less sleep and I feel good because I'm living so lucid. So I'm living so awake. And when I'm dreaming, I'm so lucid that it's like the dream and being awake, it's both merging. That at some point, we're not gonna sleep anymore. We're not gonna eat anymore. Like higher vibrational beings, like Sasanis, they don't eat, they don't sleep anymore. So yeah, I can just feel this lead up in the next years of our Shakana event, our collective awakening, when it's really this massive shift of, for example, Sasanis. Bashar, he's a Sasani. They were already like really far. They're way advanced But this doesn't mean they're better, not at all. Like many of them, they're not enlightened. They're just like starting off a timeline way less limited. That's it. But they're not like, no, not at all. Like in the past, I was like kind of worshipping aliens. I'm like, now I like see, oh, many aliens actually come to me and be like, Ferdi, help me, I'm having a meltdown. Because we're like coming in as limited as a human is this is masterclass. So don't like ever think you're only because other aliens are higher vibration, less limited, that they're like better or further. Oops, sorry. And Sasanis, they already were super far, and then they had what is called a Shikana event in their civilization. Because they were still holding on to some fear and limitations. And then collectively they decided, we're gonna shift even higher, some of us. Everyone who wasn't part of that, they shifted away. But this was really in a matter of 3 days. A girl named Shikana was born in their civilization, and she carried this Shikana event inside of her. And in a matter of 3 days, they entered a collective meditation where they were dreaming together their new timeline. And in a matter of 3 days, they were awakening in this new timeline. And poof, everyone who wasn't part of this timeline, that people, Sasanis who chose another timeline, there was like this clean cut of like not perceivable anymore. We're in different timelines. The splitting prism is complete. This was their Shikana event. And I'm getting all these downloads that we're preparing for our, in this reality, I believe it's called Christ consciousness, our Christ consciousness coming to completion. That already like so many low vibe beings shifting away, people are dying that are part of other timelines. And in the next years, there will be an event. And I see like, I'm part of this. You're probably part of this. I see these ceremonies we create that eventually we're going to have this ceremony to reach Christ consciousness. Everyone who's shifting with us, I don't know, like a couple of days maybe as well. And this is a common thing in every civilization that has an awakening timeline, or that are shifting or maybe they are already awake but shifting in a higher version, the highest timeline. It's called World Spirit. Bashar talks about it. It's like, it's all the same. Buddha nature, Krishna spirit, Christ consciousness. Sasanis, they call it Shikana event. It's all the same. And this is now one of my challenges, where I'm constantly battling between, am I an egomaniac? Am I just like totally ego based here? Because this part of me believes that since this walk-in, 2020, my 5th surgery, I have this Shikana event in my belly. And I get like insane synchronicity about it, like undeniable. But then, what if it's not true? I don't want to like, maybe I totally make this up. It's a big story and it's coming from my ego, like, oh, I'm so special. I'm the chosen one. Which is not true. I don't believe that. I believe we're all the chosen ones. We're just having different parts. We're all like differently gifted, and everyone is the chosen one. In your reality, you are the chosen one. You having a gift that no one else has. Wield it wisely. Follow your excitement. And I have this gift, and I'm still like discovering what it is, and I get like all the synchronicity that is like this. And when I try to brush it away, no, it's not this, I'm getting like, Ferdi, look at it. So I find myself constantly battling of trying to brush it away and being convinced by it. But then the important thing is, either way, if I carry this Christ consciousness, Shikana event, whatever you want to call it, inside my belly, which is just like, it is all of us. It is just like, I'm carrying it for a while so we can all shift in it together, collectively, because it is all of us, because we will actually then realize we're all just one heart. We're all actually just one soul with different faces. And I feel like this is what I have in my belly. It's like our collective oversoul, basically, wanting to like be crystallized, burst in the 3D so we can rise up. And it's really trippy because this what I have in my belly is, I was saying since like over 4 years, like there's this alien inside my belly. And there's this voice that is louder and louder. And it's really the fabric, the clue, the essence, the DMT pipe that glues us together. That's why I thrive in like my German meetup, like bringing many together and channeling the group vibe and making it all like, wah, yeah. Or my podcast, like here, reaching many, having like totally different medicines for many people. What I speak, many of you will get something completely out of this. Because it's like not what I'm saying, it's the vibration I carry. And in this vibration, many channeled me. This is like an awakening vibration, a healing vibration that by just hearing my voice, something in you remembers. And this is where I'm like constantly battling between this is true, this is my destiny, versus, oh, I just made it up, it's a big story. But the important thing is, if it's true or not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make a difference. So Ferdi, live your life. Have fun. Come from the heart. Because we're all actually having the same heart. We're all one. And when I come from the heart, I have the best time. And then even if I have this gift or not, I'm not attached to it. I'm not attached that it makes me so special, because I don't need to be special, because we're all having the same heart. And when I connect to the heart, to other people, I feel at peace. I feel whole. I feel home. Like the meetups, the German meetups, oh my God, they mean so much to me. I'm just like coming home and I'm buzzing and I'm like, I was just Ferdi, just myself. And everyone loves me and I love everyone. And this is the beauty by coming from the heart. And it's still a challenge for me to like stay in my heart. It's so easy to like just like see people's shit and like judge them for it and like not come from the heart all the time. It's gonna blow my nose. Yeah. Okay, wow. Yeah, my channel was open here. Okay, where did we go? Yeah, and this is actually what I really wanted to share. This is what's burning on my soul, is like this remembrance of that. And I keep you up to date. That's why I'm excited to keep my podcast going. And this is a subject I want to speak a lot about. Road to Hogwarts, road to ceremonies, this world spirit, this collective awakening, and what my role is in it. And just discovering, why am I here really? Like, really? Yeah. And I have a feeling by my remembrance of what comes through, your remembrance is greatly accelerated if you're excited to listen to it. And there is a lot for it here in it for you, because like, yeah, zin, 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 wah, 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 wah. I'm radiating this vibration out, and this vibration, you're on the same one, it finds you, and we're here together. And again, like, it's so important, what I'm just saying, like, it can sound so wrong, so ego-based. It's like, we all have our own gifts, and the new earth is a co-creation. It's a round table. It's all of us coming together. Like, we came here on a mission to help awaken the collective, that it's not the blind leading the blind anymore. So this number goes around, like 144,000 of us, starseeds, lightworker, whatever you want to call it, came, reincarnated here in the flesh, and we're all having a different gift, and we all come together to help awaken the collective. And it's like, we are all leaders. There are no followers anymore. Christ was the way. Be like me. Be the embodiment. Yeah. If I don't forget, I'm gonna add a little Dolores Cannon cutout that I found on Instagram that I really liked, because there was a really important nugget in it. I'm just gonna say it quickly, but I'm putting it now because I'm gonna close the podcast down. That many people that make different choices, like completely like let's not try to reach them. They're like so on a different vibration. They need to play out certain things and shift in a different timeline. Like they're gonna keep playing out low vibrational things, and then this is their way. It's just like focusing on us and remembering, and like that we shift on a higher dimension, and then the people in between that are like, which train track should I jump? Fear or love? Like, to like whoever resonates with you, those are the people. So that's why for a long time I don't even try to like convince haters anymore, start weird discussions with people on a totally different vibration, because they are clearly shifting away. Like clearly. The key word is resonance. They're like people, like at the meetup, there were like a bunch of people that like, I can feel it. Like, and of course, like they're shifting with us, but they're like really still like having so much questions of confusion. And it's like, shine your light to them. Shine your light to everyone, but like, don't waste your time on... So yeah, but anyways, really butchered that. Dolores Cannon says it way better. So yeah, that's it. Don't forget to listen to the cutout that I play now, and let me know in the comments down below, how was this? Now I'm in my mind, I don't know. It just was what it was, and it's perfect, period. Thanks for listening. Until next time, peace out.
We're going to be going into a totally different dimension by raising the frequencies and vibrations of the earth. It will shift into a new dimension. And this is the greatest show on earth, because they said all the beings and all the universes are watching, because this has never happened to in any universe anywhere, that an entire planet will shift into a new dimension. And when this happens, it's like two earths, as though they split. The old earth is left behind with all the negativity and all the chaos. And the new earth separates, and it will be totally new and beautiful. Now, those who have raised the vibrations and frequencies of their bodies will shift into the new earth. And a lot of this is happening right now. A lot of people are feeling this in their bodies because they are having physical symptoms they can't explain. This is happening as the body shifts and changes the vibrations and frequencies of the body. The frequencies can't be changed immediately because it would be too damaging to the body. The body couldn't handle it. It would die. So it has to be done in steps, slowly. Those who are ready, those who are open to this, are the ones who will be going into the new earth by raising the frequencies and vibrations of their body. They have to be willing to learn and to be open to these things. Some of the symptoms that I've been told is depression, heart palpitations, high blood pressure, joint aches and pains, muscle aches and pains. And the people go to the doctor, and the doctor said he can't find anything wrong. Of course, they put them on pills, but they can't find anything wrong. All it is the body is adjusting as it's moving into the different frequencies. And it's going to affect it. It will go on for a little while, and then it will level off. And it'll be okay for a while, and then it'll do it again. The older people are the ones that are having the most physical problems because their bodies are having more problems adjusting to the changing in the frequency. The people in the middle are not having as much. The children, it's not affecting them hardly at all because they've already come in with their frequency changed and the DNA has already been changed. It's the other population that's having difficulty shifting and adjusting to these things. But the body, the DNA is definitely changing. We're told to watch our diets because they want to stay away from heavy red meats. We have to eat food that is lighter because we have to raise the body, make it lighter to shift into this other dimension. And by holding it back by eating heavy foods, we're keeping it from progressing. People are noticing that they don't want these things anymore. The ideal diet is live foods, which means fresh fruits and vegetables. And they said eventually we're going to be going into liquid diets as the body becomes lighter until whenever we cross over into this new world, at first we will have a physical body, and then we will turn into pure light. But that can take quite a while. But the ones who will not be going on will be left with the old earth, are those that are caught up in negativity and don't want to change. They will stay with what they have created. The other ones won't, because they don't want to be in that density, that negativity anymore. But those will stay with what they have created. If they have karma that has to be repaid, they will have to stay there to repay it. After they die, they will not be allowed to come back to the earth again, because the earth will have changed too much. They will be sent to other planets where there is still negativity, so they can work out the remaining karma. But it doesn't matter, because eventually we'll all get there anyhow. But at this point, there is a separation taking place as the two worlds separate. It's just like in the Bible, in the book of Revelation, where it says those will be left behind. It talks about the new heaven and the new earth. This is what it's talking about. And those that are left behind are the ones who are not ready. They can't change their vibration and frequency that quickly. It has to be happen gradually. You've got to be in it now to move forward. I think even if they realize it's going to be too late, they have to be working on it now at this point. And you're not supposed to go out and try to change anyone. Those who are already enlightened, they're already advanced, they realize what happens, what's happening now, they're already there. You don't have to worry about it. The other ones that are so deep into negativity, we're not going to be able to make a difference anyway. They have to find their own way. We're not supposed to convert anyone. It's the ones in the middle that are not sure which way they want to jump. Those are the ones we have to reach, the ones we have to talk to about that things are happening, things are changing, and we're moving into this totally new world.